We are on step 2, the iceberg, in our lesson plan. Today we begin building the iceberg. We take the first 2 concepts, administrative theory and organization, with the structure, culture, and change, and we complete the first 2 iceberg steps with them. You will need the iceberg assignment sheet and the iceberg scoring rubric. First, you write an introductory paragraph telling me why this concept, theory, for example, is critical to administration. This is a brief paragraph telling me why I should know anything about administrative theory. And you will do the same thing with organization. Second, you will develop a 3-column chart. In the left column, you will place a major point from the chapter that you think is important for all administrators to know. For example, you might choose classical theory. In the middle column, you will explain to me a bit about what classical theory is and why any administrator should know about it. You do not put values in this section. It is pure content. In the third column, you will choose 1 or more ELCC standards, which you think applies to classical theory. You simply put the number of the ELCC standards in that column. You will choose however many major chapter points you think important enough to include. Third, you will write a series of I believe statements about administrative theory. These are values and serve as a reflection. You may say something like, I believe that I must not be a classical bureaucratic thinker. These value statements tell me what you believe at this moment. At the end of each value, you will place the numbers of the ELC standards that you believe best fit the statement. You will then do the same for the second concept, organization. At the end, then, you will have the first 2 steps of the first 2 concepts finished. You will then send these to the other members of your group of 5 for critique, and they will do the same for you. You will also send them to your instructor via task stream for critique as well. There will be samples of icebergs to show you how previous students have formatted them. Remember, any project you do for me must use proper grammar and must use technology tools like color and format in order to enhance readability. Look at it this way. You are applying for a job and you send the iceberg as a sample of your work. I, the employer, have 50 applications on my computer. The first thing I will do is skim through. I will not look through them in any detail. There are simply too many. So, what about your work will catch my attention so that I go back for a more detailed look? That's now the name of the game. So something in your work has to catch my attention enough that I put it aside for a more detailed reading later on. In that way, hopefully, you'll make it to the top group. But that means that you must use a creative use of the technology tools available today, because everybody else will be trying to do the same. Now we'll go on to the third step of our lesson plan today, and that will be talking about the shadow study.